Welcome to Frances Reads Her Bible. Today, I'm moving on to Genesis chapter 35. Genesis 35 is God said to Jacob, go to Bethel at once. Remember Bethel? Bethel was that chapter where he was running away from Esau after he stole Esau's blessing, and he was somewhere sleeping and God appeared to him. Yes, and he saw angels going up and coming down. So God told him to go to Bethel at once. This was on his way to meet his uncle Laban in Mesopotamia. So that's where Bethel is. So God told him, go to Bethel at once and live there. Build an altar there to me, the God who appeared to you when you were running away from your brother Esau. So Jacob told everyone in his family in verse 2, get rid of the foreign gods that you have, purify yourselves, and put on clean clothes. We are going to live here and go to Bethel, where I will build an altar to the God who helped me in the time of my trouble. So, according to verse 4, they gave Jacob all the foreign gods that they had and also the earrings that they were wearing. He buried them beneath the oak tree near Shechem. I believe this particular verse 4 is why some churches say we're putting on earrings and other accessories is demonic, because they wanted to purify themselves, so they removed their earrings. I don't know. They might have. I don't know what this signifies as of that period. You know. So maybe those earrings were dedicated to the gods they were worshiping. Who knows? But I've seen other parts of the Bible where Israelites had accessories. Even God told them to that the Egyptians were going to give them accessories. So the Egyptians gave them earrings, bracelets, everything made of gold, silver. If it was demonic, well, I think we'll see that along the way. As always, these are my thoughts. I don't think earrings and other accessories are bad. I think what makes something bad is what it's dedicated to. Like, there are people who are against wearing of waist beads. I'm African and people wear waist beads, but people are like it's demonic. If you make your waist bead yourself, I don't think it is. I think it's when you buy from people who you don't know what God they are worshiping, or maybe they've prayed over those waist beads they are selling and dedicated it to something. Maybe it has some cultural significance. But if you make it yourself, that's different. It's the power or the name or what you ascribe to a thing that makes it either bad or good. That's what I believe. And as always, these are my thoughts. I'm not a pastor or anything. So yes. Then in 5, Jacob and his sons stayed to leave. People in the nearby towns were afraid. They didn't pursue them. How would they even pursue them? Then in 6, Jacob came with all his people to Luz, which is now known as Bethel in the land of Canaan. He built an altar there and named the place for the God of Israel, God of Bethel, because God had revealed himself to him there. You know. Unfortunately, Rebecca's nurse Deborah died and was buried beneath the oak south of Bethel. So it was named Oak of Weeping. His mom is now very old, so she is she dead now? No, I don't think so. So she has a nurse called Deborah, and Deborah passed here. Another thing is, God asked Jacob to build an altar. So now I'm wondering. So altars are important. I need to study more on that. Then in 9, when Jacob returned from Mesopotamia, God appeared to him again and blessed him. Then he told him, remember this happened then when he was on his way from his uncle's place. You know, who knows if God appeared to him again? This part is a bit confusing. Did he go to Mesopotamia? So God appeared to him again, blessed him. Your name is Jacob, but from now on it will be Israel. So God named him Israel. I thought he really named him Israel chapters away ago. Okay. And God said to him, I am Almighty God, have many children, nations will be descended from you. That's the thing. God didn't just make that covenant or that promise once. He keeps reminding you, telling you about it, coming to agreement with you. That's what I've noticed. Even from the time of Abraham, he didn't just tell Abraham once. He kept reminding him about his promise, his covenant for many years. He kept reminding Abraham, coming into agreement and covenant with him many times, not just once. Because then Abraham would doubt, then God will remind him again, it is me, it is I, you know. And in 13 here, God left him. There, where God had spoken to him, Jacob set up a memorial stone and consecrated it by pouring wine and olive oil on it. He named the place Bethel. Is this a flashback? Hmm. Well, the Bible is like a summary of many things. So maybe he went to Mesopotamia again. And when he got back, God appeared to him again. And he named that place Bethel again. Or am I missing something? I need to sit down and peruse this carefully. I think you should do the same too. So in 16, Jacob and his family left Bethel. And when they were still some distance from Ephrath, the time came for Rachel to have a baby. And she was having a difficult labor. When her labor pains were at their worst, the midwife said to her, Don't be afraid, Rachel, it's another boy. But she was dying, and as she breathed her last, she named him Benoni. Benoni is a very bad name. It means um my whatever of suffering. It means son of my sorrow or son of my pain. So Jacob had to change Benoni's name to Benjamin. Benjamin means son of my right hand, which is Ben means son, so Benjamin is son that is dear to me. My right hand is someone dear to you, like your second person. I think this was why Jacob was really close to Benjamin. So what I've learned from these few verses are or is your name is very important. She named that child Benoni, but his father changed it to Benjamin. You know, names are important. That's another thing I've seen throughout from the first chapter of Genesis. The, and many of us give our children names, because the names sound nice. Oh, such a nice name. It sounds very modern. My favorite actress, actor, celebrity. That's his name. That's her name. And just give it to our kids without even knowing the meaning or being concerned about what that name means. So names are very important. The name you give to your child is very important. That child will carry it forever. It will represent that child. That's what I've come to realize or believe. Like me now, my name is Chiwendo. It means God owns Chiwendom. God owns my life. That's my middle name, and I have overcome some near-death experiences. That could have only been God. You know what I'm saying? So names are very important. Names are very, 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 very important. Very. So according to verse 19, when Rachel died, she was buried beside the road to Ephrath, now known as Bethlehem. Jacob set up a memorial stone there, and it still marks Rachel's grave to this day. Jacob moved on and set up his camp on the other side of the Tower of Eder. I can't imagine how Jacob felt because Rachel was the love of his life, and it's no surprise that he was really close to her kids, especially Benjamin, who his mom gave birth, who his mom died while giving birth to him. So in 22, while Jacob was living in that land, Reuben had sexual intercourse with Bilhah, one of his father's concubines. Jacob heard about it and was furious. Remember Bilhah? Bilhah was Rachel's maid servant or slave. I doubt Reuben would have slept with his father's concubine if Rachel was alive. She wouldn't have let that happen. And I think it's an abomination. It's like sleeping with your father's wife. your stepmom, even if you guys are almost age mates or anything, you don't cross that line, that boundary. That's just something, sleeping with your father's, as that's no respect for your father. And I don't blame Jacob for hearing about that and being furious, because this lady belonged to him. She was one of his concubines. As like they had an arrangement or something. I'm sleeping with her, and you, as my son, now come and sleep with her too. That's just gross and wrong. Jacob heard about it and was furious, but the Bible doesn't say if he did anything about it now. But he will, or he did later down the line. And Reuben was his first son. That's total disrespect. How would you sleep with your father's wife, mistress, or whatever it is? This is someone who's sleeping with your father and who's had children for you have brothers from her and you're sleeping with. That's just nasty. So Jacob had 12 sons. The sons of Leah were, I think now they're telling us about his 12 sons, because remember there were 11 before, but Benjamin has been born. So the sons of Leah were Reuben, which is Jacob's oldest son. And as the oldest son, you should know better. Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. Like I said, I doubt this would have happened if Rachel was alive. Then the sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. Then the sons of Rachel's slave. The sons of Rachel's slave Bilhah were Dan and Naphtali. I'm sure those guys were pissed when they discovered Reuben was sleeping with their mother. Can't even imagine it. Then the sons of Leah's slave Zilpah were Gad and Asher. These sons were born in Mesopotamia, but Benjamin was born in a different place. I'm just wondering, you know, how was the Bilhah, was she raped? Did she go willingly with Reuben, have sex with him? The Bible didn't give us all that information. Anyways, so Jacob went to his father Isaac at Mamre near Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had lived. I forgot. Did you know Bethel is in modern day Palestine, which is around Samaria and north of Jerusalem, present Jerusalem? So that's where he was, you know. That's where Bethel is, anyways, to today. So Jacob went to his father Isaac at Mamre near Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had lived, and Isaac lived to be 180 years old. That was long. And he died at a ripe old age, and his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. So that means Jacob still, saw his brother Esau on occasion. They were still friendly and there was still peace. I'm so happy about that. You know, they buried their father, they were still in peace, and they did it united. That's so cool. As always, it's Francis reads the Bible. Goodbye. God bless you. See you next time.